It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Jaguars and the Colts next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the... Brandon Gaudin alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. First play, first pass for Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And unable to connect. Incomplete. And give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you don't like that call on the opening drive of the game.
It's a very strong limb that you're out on right now. Okay, look. The game between college and the NFL continues to creep closer, but that is truly a college play, not an NFL play. Because you'd snap the ball from the 3-yard line there, whether it's going for 1 or going for 2. So it makes sense to try it that way, to maybe fake it. In this case, from the 15, Makes 0 sense.
And now your lead's just 6-0 instead of 7-0. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now a play fake. Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Shotgun now for Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we have.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. On play action, now Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. Looks again for T.J. Hawkinson, and he's got him again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Jaguars at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now a play fake. Brady going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Henry again on 2nd down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Henry will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Throwing now is Lance. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Down inside the 10. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm too, and he showed it off here. They'll run with Patterson. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And they'll run again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. And Lance going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. See T.J. Hawkinson as his team, his offense, set to begin another drive here.
He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now they'll throw with Brady.
This will go to Henry out wide.
The ball comes out. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw, it's Lance.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So certainly. Call there to go for it. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the others. Immediately to a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Check, pink. Blue, check.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Trey Lance. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 2. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you're heading down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. They set up the screen for Henry, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and a penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
Uses the stiff arm. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance, rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Derrick Henry
with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Jaguars are once again back in front.
Matt Ryan now breaks the huddle. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction.
The Colts on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Lance now to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Quez Watkins.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are an extra point away from taking the lead.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He had the touchdown last drive, now up over 1,300 yards on the season, and still plenty of time in this game for him to keep those numbers climbing.
And I like the fact that it's a number that you're not worried about protecting. Because if you're trying to get around it, if you're trying to get over 1,000 yards, you get a little nervous, right? At this point of the season, you have a few losses, now you're back below 1,000. Here, you're just trying to climb a big-time total even higher.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Henry. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
These two teams, division rivals, of course, and you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win, and the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022, but the 2-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville, and that loss ultimately kept Indianapolis home for the playoffs.
4th down. Here's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, one thing we certainly know, He likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance.
And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him breaking out the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Butker's kick here is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Ready.
Now Lance.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Juwan Jennings.
An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Play action. It's Ryan. Out to his left.
And this one too low.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Here's Ryan. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Colts will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun. Lance.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Patterson again.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Lance looking to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Lance now on 1st down.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Bunker's kick here is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Ryan. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Now Ryan on 1st down. That's complete to Cobb.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the...
And he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Colts pick it up.
2nd time. Now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Okay, ready?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Patterson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Lance. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go draw play to McKinnon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Lance now on 1st down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see. Finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it. They'll try again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cordero Patterson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run it again with Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
First down carry for Henry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Henry up the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Now they'll throw it with Ryan.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
McKinnon now going to try the left side.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars. DeAndre Hopkins. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
A try here for the extra point. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here are the Colts to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And Lance now to throw.
And that is taken in by Njoku. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
David Njoku
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
133 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. The
Good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's McKinnon on the draw. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that is incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Again, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And right side, Henry's got it. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense. But still, they pick up the first down and get...
Huge 4th down conversion. They go play action with Ryan. Caught on a slant. Touchdown. Mercedes Lewis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the